6 years ago, when I started looking at the concept of money, one of the things that I often say about money is that money is not in the class of important. Now, I'm going to explain that sentence in the next 5 minutes. Money is not in the class of important. Now, let's say that should be precisely earlier this morning. We're talking something about with my friend, and I told her, I say, there's nothing like support your partner in marriage. Support your partner in marriage. I said that word support is a very demonic word for marital for couples to use in marriage. Support your partner. Now, the concept of marriage said like this: it's a two people comes together and become one. Now, how do you support people who are one? Think about it. How do you do that? You and your wife are now one. How do you support? For you to support something, that means that thing has to be two. Maybe I want to lift this television up and I need someone to support me. The person supporting me must be an external person to support me. Why am I bringing that in here? Is because the kind of words we use will determine how our life can turn out to be. Now, when you have an attitude or understanding or view that money is important, you will weigh its power down. Money is not in the class of important. Money is in the class of necessity. As I often say, nobody will teach you, encourage you, motivate you to do things that are necessary. Nobody. For example, now nobody can motivate me, encourage me to breathe. Why? Breathing is a necessity. Breathing is not in the class of important. Breathing is in the class of necessity. So when you start looking at money being in the class of necessity, you will now realize that you'll be doing yourself a disservice, handing over something that's in the class of important, the class of necessity, to someone else to manage it for you. As I often say, money is too necessary to outsource it for someone else. When you were a child, your parent take care of you, beautiful. But now when you become an adult, you go after money as in the class of necessity. You do everything legally to have it. I don't care your gender, male or female. Money is too necessary to depend on it for someone else. For most of us as parents, we did our female children a disservice by not teaching them that money is not female, money is not male, money does not have gender, so anybody can access it. That's why I have nothing to do with a woman who doesn't see money as a necessary factor to have by yourself, for yourself, first. For most people, when they're struggling with their life, is they're going about with people who doesn't see money as necessary. So if you get married to someone who sees money as a necessary component in her life, he will not wait for you to give her money. You go out to work for money. So what am I passing this morning is that your attitude and belief towards money will determine how much of it you have and how much respect and honor you attribute to it. If you see money as important, it's important now. When something is important, you do it as you like. But when it's necessary, bro, man, you don't joke with it. You know your life depends on it, right? You don't joke with that. So have a think about that. I don't know what you're thinking about money, but they are putting the class of important or the class of necessity. Okay.